Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll like this video, subscribe, and even share it to your friends. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I'm going to plant up my green stalks. I purchased them early spring, but I wasn't planning on putting anything in it until the fall, okay? So I'm going to take you step by step and share with you everything that I planted. I hope you enjoy this video. I want to show you guys something. It has been so hot here in North Texas with the heat index up to 121 degrees. Look at these slips. They look really bad, don't they? But this is the good news. Look at those roots. And remember, I was rooting these. They didn't have any roots. So I'm going to separate them and I'm going to plant them. You can see here that I put the tumbler down into the soil so the wind won't knock it over. I put my roots in with some rainwater, and they'll just simply root outside. This way, the vines will root faster in the heat than it does inside of your home. And as long as these roots are alive, they are going to grow. So I separated them. Every last one of them have roots. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to cut the bad leaves off, and I'm going to stick them over there. Let me see if I can get in closer, where you see those other roots are taken off in the tower. Okie dokie. And this is where I planted them. You can see one right here. 2. The ones that have real long roots, those were planted previously. 4 and 5. A little insect damage here. I'm going to clip on the shade cloth, and I'll let you see what they look like in a few weeks. One more thing I need to tell you. Putting them in the green stalks will not give them a lot of room to be the gigantic sweet potatoes that I used to grow in my food forest, but that's okay. I'm only trying to grow them to have some smaller or medium-sized sweet potatoes that I can store. When I had my food forest, I would grow food for the whole family, senior citizens, and other friends. But this stage in my life, in this chapter, I'm only trying to grow for me and my grandchildren to have some healthy, organically grown food. The temperature is supposed to be 99 degrees today, and the shade cloths have been up for over a week, so I'm having Brian and Bria to take them down and drape them behind. Oh, you want to wave, babe? Thank you, sweetie. And drape them behind or at the bottom of the plant so it can be easily attached. When you have everything all wrapped up like that, you don't know how it's progressing, and you just need to see it and get some air. Bria, you could have left that on there. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Wow, look how much those plants right there have grown. Let me see, right there. They've grown a lot, haven't they?
Hey guys, it's me, Brian here, and today I'm showing you some cucumbers that I planted from seeds about less than 2 weeks ago. We took the shade cloth down and we let the basket trail down on the tomato cage.
That's what they're going to do, trail down on the tomato cage. Okay, thank you, Brian. Every now and then, you got to take that shade cloth off if you have it close to the plants. Now, if you can put them up like 8 feet up high, you know, and you can get air through there, you don't have to remove them occasionally, but we have to take them down so we can access damage, insects, what's yellowing. For example, right here, Brian is removing the yellow leaves from the sweet potato vines. He's just cutting them off. And so we're just checking everything all out. I'm sitting outside and it's currently 8:30 in the morning. It's 90 degrees, guys. Look at those roses over there. They did really well under the shade cloth. But this is what I want to point out to your attention. You see my tomatoes? I got a hornworm over there cleaning them out. You remember I found one the other day in the proximity of the tomatoes. I'll insert a little clip of that. But I'm going to have to find him today. Well, I'm not going to have any fall tomatoes, at least the ones that I start outside. Now I have some in the hydroponic systems that I'm going to transplant out here, but I'm going to try to catch the culprit first. The landscaper came and did the lawn yesterday, and that's why I was so adamant about them putting the shade cloth off of the lawn so it wouldn't get cut up. This morning I'm going to sprinkle a few seeds. I'm going to sprinkle these purple top turnips and some red Detroit beets. I have my little marker for me to make some tags because I'm bad about not labeling things. I'm going to start these in the green stalks over there. Where there is an opening, I'm going to sprinkle a few seeds. And I'm not expecting for them to come up right away because it's still so hot down here in Garden Zone 8A, Mesquite, Texas. But I know they'll come up eventually. I've watered 2 layers of the green stalk, and now I'm going to plant some turnips. Now, the turnip seeds, let me show them to you, are very small. And you can plant more than you think you would need and then thin them out later. They are best eaten when they are 3 to 4 inches. I don't want them to get too big. But the greens are tasty too. Actually, I'm going to plant the whole container with the turnips. I have a family of frogs. See right here? And there's one right there. And they like to hang out in the mulch because it retains water when I'm watering my plants. Now, if I just move just a little bit, it's going to jump. But I'm going to tell you guys, don't try to kill your frogs. They eat a lot of insects. Now watch me move my foot a little bit and they're going to jump. You see that? And they're hiding up under the stand that allows me to turn my green stalk around. When I see garter snakes or frogs, I smile because I know they're going to help keep down the non-beneficial insects by eating them. I just watered this green stalk, and you see every other row has some marigolds. They're leaning over now, but they're going to stand up. And then you also see some pockets that I put sweet potato slips. Where there's a vacancy, like this row here, I'm going to grow some Detroit beets. Okay, so I'm just turning this around, and I'll get to planting. So this is green stalk number 1. I have it completely planted. As you can see here, I have marigolds, sweet potatoes, and then the Detroit red beets. I'm going to put the labels on them later because I'm getting out of here. You know why? Anywhere where you have a damp surface and you have, like here with the wood chips, and you also have a shade cloth over it for a long period of time, your mosquito population will breed. So I'm getting bit up, so I'm going to get out of here. It's Wednesday morning. Sorry about the plane overhead. It's currently 80 degrees. The high is going to be 102. So I want to wrap up planting in my towers over there, my green stalks today, so I can wrap this video up. And remember, I'm not expecting everything to germinate quickly in the green stalks because it's so hot here. So let me show you what I'm gonna finish up planting today. Here are some old seeds, and I'm hoping that they'll still be viable. This one is a red Russian kale, and then I have some golden beets, and I have some dwarf gray sugar pod snap peas. So that should complete the planting. Let me show you where I'm going to put them. Okay, yesterday I finished this tower here, but I want you all to know that these 2 layers or rows of the tower of the green stalk are going to be placed on top. I just don't want to strain myself doing it, so I'm going to wait until I get some help. And today I'm going to finish planting this one. Now there are marigolds on the bottom, so I want the peas to trail down, and we know we have sweet potatoes right here, so I'm going to put the peas right here, And I'm only going to put 3 to a section, and I'll be back. So I planted the peas about a ½ inch down, covered them nicely with soil. I pre-watered everything, and I want you to know that it takes between 6 and 10 days to germinate, which it may be longer. It just depends how the weather does. And they should be ready to harvest between 60 and 70 days. So I've got sweet potatoes, peas, and right here I'm going to put kale. I think I'll put the red Russian kale right here. Now the red Russian kale seeds are very tiny, and I'm just going to sprinkle some. They just need to make contact with the soil. Okay, and I'm going to use all of these because I said these are real old. Okay guys, I got a frog in my insect netting over this bed with perpetual spinach and marigolds. I'm going to let them out as soon as I finish planting. Okay, on the bottom row, I'm going to plant these golden beets. They're real small beet, and I'd like the taste of them. Okay, so we're all done. Yesterday, the mosquitoes were bothering me, so I didn't put the labels on the red Detroit beets and the turnips over here, so I took care of that, and we're good to go. Now, let me see if I can let this frog out of here. Oh, try. Okay, man, I'm not trying to hurt you. There we go. Come on, get out. I think he got out. And I'll clip this back up. Everything that I planted into the green stalks, I plan to harvest before we get our first freeze. So we have plenty of time from now until the first freeze is expected sometime in December. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I have to tell you, it is hot out here. I cannot be doing these introductions and closing to these videos in 104 degrees. In my next video, I'm going to share with you what I started inside Hydroponically that I'm going to transplant outside to the fall and winter garden, as well as seeds I started in potty mix. Thanks for watching, everybody. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.